Hello everyone, I thought I'd come back on here and talk about PTSD, specifically to families, to partners that don't get certain things, don't understand certain things. This one is mostly about public places and why people that have PTSD struggle with busy pubs, restaurants, shopping centres, anything like that. Bearing in mind, especially police officers, we work in those busy environments. What you must understand is that my family all laugh and joke about my special powers. What I mean is, when the 15 years I've been in the army and 18 years I've been in the police, I've been trained to such a standard where I pick up on so many things, whether it's body language, smells. As you know, in the army, you heard of this, the absence of the normal and the presence of the abnormal just gets my spider sense tingling, and I notice these things happening at work. It's fantastic, it's brilliant, and it really helps you with these things. But when you're out away from work, it can drive you absolutely insane. Sometimes it comes to get you at the night time when there's no noise whatsoever and you're replaying what you've been through throughout the day. But my big problem is public places, having people standing behind me, queues. When I'm in the pub, I have to have my back to a wall so I can see everything. And you might think I'm being nosy, but it's not. It's just that I've seen it on one of the Superman films where there's so much input coming in with noises and that, like, it drives him insane. That's the same with myself. I can hear everything, I can see everything that's going on, and it can become so overwhelming that I have to walk out. In the past, the only way of dealing with it was by numbing it by drinking a lot to numb that, stop me going insane. I've since stopped drinking. I haven't had a drink now for over 6 months, but that is probably why your partners, your husbands, your wives have taken to drinking, because sometimes it's to numb that overwhelming sense of panic. But why should we panic out of work? But it's that condition that we've had. I had it in Northern Ireland where you had to be careful where you trod. The things around you, when all the kids just disappeared and you're like, something's going to happen. In Iraq, just after my team were blown up, we knew they were hiding bombs in dead dogs, and in Iraq there's dead dogs everywhere. So when you first come back to the UK, you saw some roadkill. It sent me into a panic because I think something was going to happen. And what can we do? What can we do for people like me? It is seeking that help. It is, trying to understand something that you probably will never understand. Let them have that seat in the house. But if they have to leave the pub, that shopping centre, the bonfire rally, let them, but understand there's so much going on that you wouldn't imagine. You really couldn't. And I know it's such a nightmare for partners. I really didn't understand what my wife went through while I was away, for the fact that she didn't know if I was dead or alive, because when I was in Iraq, you couldn't use mobile phones just because they were using the mobile signals to detonate IEDs. So when it was reported on the BBC, and they did it a few times, that my regiment were hitting casualties, she didn't know whether that was me. But all we can do is just get some treatment. I say this so many times, get some treatment, get some help, talk to people, talk to the Samaritans. There's so many agents that can help us out there. Trim treatment from work. I think the Army and the Navy offer the same type of thing, and Marines. But talking to people and trying to understand that this is something that's probably going to change you forever, something that could be here forever, but hopefully it won't be. I know it seems like I'm rambling, but sometimes it's really hard for me to lock onto a few things. I have found a new company, not a new company, something that's been going on for a while. I can't remember the name of it. I'll attach it to here, of another organisation that you can contact to get some help or someone to speak to, especially on the police side of things. But drop messages on here if you need help. Drop message and I'll speak to you. I said I'm not a professional whatsoever, but talking to someone that's been there helps sometimes. And I know I was incredibly lucky to have dodged so many things, to not be in as many firefights as many people, to not have many people around me die. But we can get you we can try and get you the help that you need, but you're not alone. There are a load of people out there. Please don't suffer alone. All right. Thank you very much for spending this time with me. And here we go.